Hey everybody, Uncle Mike here, letting everybody know that I'm starting a new channel called S.A.B.O.T, S-A.B.O.T, South Arkansas Bigfoot Observation Team. And an update from us, what happened the night before last down this same area. This is the Bang Slough just off the Ouachita River in South Arkansas. And it's a impenetrable jungle, as you can see. And my friend and I, Robert, we come down here night before last at 2 o'clock in the morning. And we was going to try out the new thermal. We got this thermal ATN that just takes pictures. It doesn't film anything, but we were going to try it out, see what we could see. And we got down to the river and we filmed what seemed to be 4 individuals, probably Sasquatches or skunk yetis, whatever you want to call them, across the river from us. We're going to be going down there and filming in a second. But one of them come in the water and swam towards us across the river and then went back across and then climbed a tree, and I observed all that stuff on the FLIR, but we had to be word of mouth. People can believe it if they want to or not. But it happened. We filmed them for 20 minutes until we ran out of battery. And then we decided we'd turn the lights on to them and see what they'd do, and they hauled ass when we hit the light. But I was filming one at first. We didn't film, I say filming. We was looking at him through the FLIR, and we were handing the FLIR back and forth to each other. And there was one individual, and it looked like shoulders about this wide, and a head, but you couldn't hardly make it out because it was on white hot. We went through all the different hot, white hot, black hot, and red hot, and observing this, whatever it was, the single individual thing, observing us from across the river. It couldn't tell we was there because we had the thermal. And all of a sudden, another one come walking out of the tree line up to him, and he's looking over to him like, "Hey bud, what you looking at?" You know what I mean? And he's like looking at that truck across the river or whatever. I guess they were about 220 yards away. And then the one took a step, but when I was looking at the one that walked out there, it was actually 2, and the other one walked away from him. Now we're looking at 3 individuals. And then a 4th one come out, and Robert was looking through the thermal, and the 4th one come out, and he said he thought there was a reflection of the other one in the water, but there wasn't no way because it was pitch dark. It was a waxing crescent or a waning crescent, I can't remember which it was, the moon, 2:17 in the morning when we recorded, we observed. And the one started swimming towards us and got about halfway across the river. What he thought was a reflection, I say, was one in the water, was the head of what was possibly a Sasquatch swimming towards us. And then it turned around, it went underwater. We didn't see it, it went under. And then we didn't see it for a while. And I believe these things are like semi-aquatic, like maybe like an otter or something like, or a beaver or whatever. They like the water, Sasquatches do. That's a proven fact. But he went under, and then we were watching them, the 3 on the bank for a little while, and then he come out of the water, but now he looked black on the thermal. I mean, it was like you had it on black hot. Here were 3 white figures across the river right here, and he comes out and hitting this black. I'm assuming it was because it was cold getting out of the river. The temperature outside, by the way, was 77 degrees outside. I don't know what the river temperature was. But then he come out, he was big. I mean, from what I could tell, I couldn't see real good because it was so far away with that thermal, I couldn't see him, but he climbed what looked like a big tree, and he just covered that whole tree up. He had to be 8.5, 9 feet tall, and just probably 4.5 feet across the shoulder, something like that. He was gigantic. And the tree wasn't that much taller than him. He was tall. I watched him go up the tree, and he come back down the tree, went back up the tree a little bit, and he come back down and started milling around with the other 2. And then 2 of them walked away, I think, if I remember serving correctly, and then we were going to see if we could hit the truck lights on and what their reaction was. But we hollered at them a few times to try to get them to react to it. We were observing them with the thermal, and but they wouldn't react to nothing we did. And so, when we turned the truck around, the headlights hit them. They went to ground. You couldn't see them through the thermal or anything anymore. But that's what happened night before last. And this is Monday. The what? What's the date? I don't even know what the date is. Pardon me? The 30th. This is Monday the 30th. And of June 2025. And that was night before last that all that happened. And anyway, we left after that. We observed them for at least 20 minutes, and until we started running out of battery. And then we got, believe it or not, we got tired of looking, so we done seen all we could see and was headed to the house. Anyway, that's what happened night before last. This is Uncle Mike out. We'll keep you posted.